What is up, 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 YouTube? destinyb0nd here with a Pokemon RU battle against 6ftHax, my really best friend in the whole wide world. And I gotta say, this one was a very good one, even though it's 14 minutes long, but it's definitely worth it. Of course, I do make a couple of bad plays as usual, but anyway, let's get this started. I'm gonna lead off with an Uxie, and he's gonna lead off with his Crustle. And the first thing that comes to my mind is that it's a lead. He's going to set up his spikes and his rocks. So I'm just going to trick it, because I knew that he had at least like leftovers or life orb or something, of course. So I'm just going to give him my choice scarf, but he actually had a chesto berry, because I'm pretty sure this thing had rest. So I predicted that he was going to set up his rocks, because that's usually what people start off with when they have a Crustle. So he does set up his rocks, and then he's going to have to switch out because it's a choice scarf. Then he's going to have to send in his Rotom grass form, which is a pretty cool choice in my opinion, but I'm just going to set up my rocks on my own while he switches, so I can completely destroy his Sturdy whenever it gets sent in. Then he's going to switch in, he's going to switch out, and then he's going to send into his Drapion, and I had no idea what I can do, so I'm just going to U-turn it, and the Drapion will take it kind of nicely, because it's defensive and stuff like that, and stuff like that. Moving on, but I'm going to send in my Ampharos, and it's actually a pretty nice wall the way I use it in this game. I will actually probably give you guys the set afterwards. But anyway, so I'm just going to recover with my lefties, and then he's going to recover with his Black Sludge. And then he has no other choice but to switch out, because I don't think he had anything to face this. He's going to go into his Crustle, and I'm almost positive this thing had like Earthquake or something to take out Ampharos. So I'm just going to set up and go for a Cotton Guard so I can get some defense in there in case of like Earthquake comes or any other type of move, so that this Ampharos can like live and just take on his entire team. So moving along, he's going to set up his spikes, and with the choice scarf he has no other choice but to set up the spike because he can't really do anything else. I'm just going to go for Discharge so I can paralyze him because he's scarfed. Lucky for me, I do get the paralyzation on him, and now he's still stuck with spikes. And I'm just going to set up my light screen just in case he had like Earth Power instead, but you know me and my stupidity. But he's going to continue to set up his spikes while he is still in paralyzation mode. I'm just going to continue to discharge him, sorry. And he's just going to not attack this turn because he really can't do anything. So I'm just going to discharge him again. That is a tongue twister. And that will take down this Crustle, which is just perfect because Ampharos is just ready for anything because it's Ampharos. Look at it; it's such a beast. Moving along, he's gonna send in his Drapion, and I'm just gonna go for the Discharge and hoping for another like paralyzation hacks. And lucky for me, I get it again. And he was so mad, and he didn't attack this turn. And I don't blame him because if that happened to me, I would probably rage quit, but he didn't, which is good. So I just decided to make this a fair fight and just send in my Honchkrow in case of like a dark type move or Earthquake was coming. But instead, he's just not going to attack again because of just hacks. It's just, his name is 6ftHax, and he gets hacks all the time. I'm just going to go for the Brave Bird, and with Honchkrow's large attack and life orb and stab, it will be able to take down this Drapion with a nice hit. Unfortunately, I do have to take recoil and life orb damage, so this thing will not last much. So he's going to send in his Lickilicky, and the first thing that came to my mind is either I should Brave Bird or Superpower it. I'm just going to go for a Superpower because it's super effective, but if I went for the Brave Bird, maybe I would have took this down a little bit more than it normally should have been taken down to. And like I said, I go for the Superpower. It will do a great chunk of damage to this Lickilicky. But unfortunately, he told me that he had max defense, and that's why he survived it easily. He's just gonna go for the Wish, and I just found this Lickilicky to be very annoying this entire match. So he's just gonna go for the Protect, and of course that means that he will get his Wish the next turn or this turn, and all his HP will be restored. And that's what happened. I was gonna go for another Superpower to take down this Lickilicky, but things never really go my way when someone has to protect and go for the wish and stuff. So I'm just going to go for the Brave Bird to see how much I can get off of this Lickilicky. And apparently I don't get enough, but I'm basically just going to commit suicide with Honchkrow. And he's just going to go for another wish because he wants me to like die and all that stuff, you know. But anyway, you know, in the meantime, I'm still thinking, I'm still plotting a way to take down this Lickilicky, because if I go for a superpower, it's probably not going to do as much. And if I go for a Brave Bird, it's probably just going to kill me in the end. And I did want to save this Honchkrow for a good reason. But that's not how it works. And so basically, his wish does come true because he does go for another wish and protect this next turn. And I'm just going to go for a superpower to see how much it will do after that attack and defense drop. But unfortunately, it will just not do anything to the Lickilicky because it's Lickilicky and max defense and stuff like that. And so, you know, yeah, he's just gonna go for another wish, and I'm pretty sure next turn he's gonna go for another protect, because that's what he's doing so far, which is just not really, you know, not my game plan. But instead I'm gonna go for a Sucker Punch just in case he does attack. And unfortunately, that will take down my Honchkrow. But he was originally going to go for the Seismic Toss just to finish off my Honchkrow. But it doesn't really matter, because if I attacked him with Brave Bird or Superpower, I would have just died. So basically, he just stalled out my Honchkrow, which is just stupid because I needed it. But anyway, I'm going to go into my Dragonair, and yes, it is Evil Light Dragonair. And I will get hurt by that Spikes and Stealth Rock, unfortunately. He has no other choice but to withdraw because he doesn't know what I have in stock for him. He will go into his Rotom Grass form. And lucky for me, since he does it, I get a free Dragon Dance. And that means that I'm like almost faster than, like, I'm just almost fast enough to take out anything. So in the meantime, he's just going to go for Leaf Storm, and he does miss. It really wouldn't have mattered because I would have survived it. But I'm just going to go for a second Dragon Dance to at least like bypass anything that he has Scarfed or anything that's like fast. So I am fast enough to go for an Outrage, and that will take down this Rotom in one simple hit. Now I realize that I just remember that he had a Lickilicky on his team with max defense, and he's just going to have to send it in because he had nothing else he can do. And if he sent in anything else, it was pretty much screwed. But anyway, I'm just gonna go. I'm locked into Outrage, and I'm pretty much at +2 attack, +2 speed, and I want to see how much it did to this Lickilicky. It did a pretty decent chunk to it, but he's just gonna go for a Wish, like what we did before. And I'm pretty sure next turn he's gonna go for a Protect because I did not get confused this turn. So he does go for the Protect, unfortunately, and I am still locked in Outrage, of course. But my Outrage will have to come to an end this turn, and now I'm confused, and if I ever get like hit by confusion, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be done for, because I really did need this Dragonair, but things die slowly, I suppose. But anyway, his wish does come true, because he will go for the Protect, which is just so convenient in my opinion, because that's all he's been doing. So I'm just going to go for an Outrage to see how much it will do to his Lickilicky again, because I really want to get rid of this thing because it's really annoying and stuff like that. So he will go for a 5th wish. A 5th wish, and I got really angry and annoyed at this because it's been doing it the entire match, and it's all he's going to be doing because he doesn't want this thing to die, apparently. Well, it's going to have to die sooner or later because I really don't want to face this thing. So I will get hit with confusion this turn, and it will bring me down to the yellow area, and that's just not a good thing because I really do need this thing. But his wish will come true, and his Lickilicky is still in the green area, and it's still in the game, and it's always going to be in the game for a long time. But in the meantime, I'm just going to go for another Outrage, and I probably should have gone for another Dragon Dance so I can at least try to take this thing down, because it really wasn't going to do anything. But anyway, I will go for an Outrage, and he will go for a Seismic Toss, and that will unfortunately take down my Dragonair because of 94 health. If I had a little bit more, we would have been a little bit, you know, in the red area, but you know. But anyway, so he's just going to recover with his lefties, and I'm very happy that he did not go for a Wish because I'm really sick and tired of this thing. I'm just going to go for my Rotom Grass form myself, and he's just gonna have to withdraw because he was predicting like hidden power, like fighting or something like that, or Thunderbolt, and he's just gonna go into his Dusknoir, and that gives me a free chance to go for the Will-O-Wisp. And apparently he either predicted my Will-O-Wisp, or he thought I had like hidden power fire, or excuse me, fighting or something, because I'm like, it looks like it could be specs or anything, but unfortunately it's a lefties set, or a defensive set, which is good. So anyway, so basically I'm just gonna have to switch out because I really don't know what this Dusclops has, or Dusknoir, sorry, I don't know what it has. So I'm just gonna go into my Uxie, and he's just actually gonna go for the Will-O-Wisp of his own. And I'm glad I chose Uxie because anything else would have just been done for if it got hit by the Will-O-Wisp or anything. So basically, we're both burned to death, and we really can't do anything to each other. Well, I could, but I really don't want to. But anyway, so the Dusknoir is really gonna keep recovering with his lefties. So I'm just like, all right, it's time to give it this Chesto Berry so I can recover with lefties. And I did not. It's obvious that I did not want to deal with this Dusclops whatsoever because it will stall out my entire team if it could. But he will go for the Seismic Toss, and that will bring me down to 166 HP. But since I got his lefties, it will help me recover a little bit and help Uxie stay in the game for a little bit longer. So it was actually a pretty decent play on me, but you know, anything could happen. But he's just gonna switch out, and he's gonna go back into his Licky, which I'm really sick and tired of looking at. So I'm just gonna go for the Psychic to see how much it'll do on this Licky, and it does a pretty decent amount. And next turn I'm gonna have to go for another Psychic because if I U-turn it, it's gonna survive, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna go for the Wish. But you know, that's really, I don't really want that to happen. So I'm just gonna go for a Psychic so I can finally get rid of this thing. I got a crit. I have no idea if it got. I have no idea if it mattered or not. I don't think it really mattered because it did a pretty decent amount to the first turn, but we'll never know. We'll never know. But moving along. So basically, he's just gonna send in his what's that thing called? Feraligatr. And Feraligatr is a pretty good Pokemon in the RU tier because the way that he used it is going to completely just direct me. And I'm just going to go for a Psychic and just let him set up like all of his Dragonances that he needs. And you know, so basically with that being said, I'm just going to go. There's nothing I can do except for switch into my Sceptile, but it's not Scarfed. So basically he's going to set up another Dragonance, and now he's basically faster than my entire team. I'm going to go for the Psychic, hoping for a crit or something to happen so I can at least not deal with this Feraligatr whatsoever. Just my luck, he's still in the game, unfortunately. And he's in the Torrent area, so unfortunately, it's just, yeah. But the weird thing is that he goes for a Waterfall, and he set his Life Orb, and he didn't lose Life Orb at damage this turn. I don't understand that. I really don't. But I'm just gonna go into my Rotom, hoping that he had like something that's like at least not very effective against it. But he had Ice Fang, and I was hoping for a miss. But I don't know why he had Ice Fang in the first place, which is just weird. And the funny thing is, his Ice Fang did not affect him either. And I don't understand that. Honestly, I don't. And I'm just gonna go. I have no choice but to go into my Ampharos, but it doesn't matter. He had Earthquake. And that's just going to take down my Ampharos. And then he loses, and then since Ampharos is dead, he's just going to lose Life Orb damage. What is this? What happened the first two turns? I'll never know. I have no choice but to send in my Sceptile, which is actually Specs other than Scarfed, because I figured it'd be faster than this thing, but obviously not. He's just going to go for an Ice Fang again, and that will take down my Sceptile, and that would be a great game. So good game, 6ftHax. You definitely won this battle, but not the war. We'll have to have another one soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Subbing. Keep out for announcements. Like, I might be moving channels soon. I'll let you guys know. Blah, 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 etc. Subscribe, comment, like. Jordan out.